Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first online and collaborative exhibit. My name is Maribel Rodriguez, and I am the founder of Love for Immigrants. So, you know a little bit about Love for Immigrants. Love for Immigrants is a social space for immigrant support. It aims to connect immigrants to their communities as respected, loved, and heard individuals by sharing their narrative through art and storytelling. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have the pleasure of having Karen Morales-Chacana here with us today, a wonderful performer, actress, and teacher. She is Chilean born and holds an acting and education degree. She recently acted at Galita. She's acted in so many other performances like The Girl Wizard, The Library Mouse Volcanoes, Believe It or Not, as well as Like Water for Chocolate, personal, a favorite of mine, and many countless other places like Cinetic Teatro Company, as well as the Mouse in Motion with Imagination Stage. And she directed and performed Dream of Azul, which is the photographs that you'll see down below in our special exhibit. She has some photographs of Dreams of Azul. And she also is recognized and has many other performances back in Chile. We are so grateful to have not only a performer, but an educator who has been working closely with local schools like the Janey School, as well as Bryan Public Charter School. Thank you for being here with us today. Would you like to further introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing wonderful today and every day. My name is Karen Morales-Chacana, and yes, I am an actress. I'm also a teacher. I'm also a dancer and a writer and a director. I like to do many kind of art. When I study education, I study actually art education. And I did it that way because I really wanted to compromise all the disciplines of art and learn a lot about all of them. And well, I have been here for about 13 years now. I studied in Chile, and I came here, and I was always looking for a way to make my own company. When I'm talking about company, it's not just to have a name, it's just to have people to work with. So I learned that here is that in Washington, D.C. area, there is two Latin American companies, Gala and Teatro de la Luna, which I work all the time with them. And I thought we need more Latin American companies because there is a lot of artists, Latin American. So that's why we create Teatro La Bolsa. And that's a company that the idea is to support the Latin American artists, musicians, artists, visual arts, all the types of art. Yes, and I also work in different schools from the area. I used to work full-time for the CPS, but I really wanted to do full-time my art. So now I work part-time in different schools. I'm also the artist teacher, teaching artist. Yes, that's the right word. And I train teachers how to work with the art and teach and use the art as a tool. So yes, I love to help people and for kids, for different types of students, and yeah, I think it's a very important job for this community too.
Wonderful. So inspiring to hear about Teatro La Bolsa and your creativity and joining community together as Latin American artists. We have a question particularly about your performance side, which is what is the impact of your performances on the participants, the actors and actresses, as well as the audience who's watching?
I love your question. Thank you so much. I think that the impact from my performances are very are the base of my ideas when I work in any performance. I like to really transmit what I feel or what is happening at that moment. I think that the way that we do, like, for example, the process of learning the play while we are rehearsing, we really work with the actor, thinking more in their feelings and their way to heal, or thinking a lot about how the audience will heal with the subject we are using. So it's a whole process of learning process from not just from the actors or dancers or musicians, it also for the director. So we kind add things, and I'm very open to work with different ideas of the artists when they bring different ideas, because I think that's very rich and reachable, and that as the actors or artists feel touched, that will touch also to the audience, which is what I really want. I want the audience go home thinking about what they saw, even if they like it or not, but like just go home and thinking and make them have an idea or have them something to say about it. Did that answer your question?
Oh, yes, definitely. And we'll go into more of the changing more towards emotions here. We're going from thinking to emotions. So, based on that, how are your personal emotions playing a role in your creations, in your performances, and your creations of dance?
Well, definitely as artists, we really talk or open our heart with our creations. That's pretty much my ideas when I decide to do a play, even if it's a play from another theater, which I work with different directors that they have in a play already set up and clear what they want to do. I like to think how I see that play myself, how that play it will get into me, and then get out from myself as my own piece. And I think in my experience as a as a Hispanic Latin American person, as my experience in Chile, as my experience with my family, and I try to use all that. So the idea also is the character always will get rich, more with more bases, with more layers. And so even if it's not my own work, my own piece that I wrote, I really do studies before about who is this character, or where it come from, and how I can make a line, an horizontal line with our society right now. Because for me, art is also a word. It's my way to say what I feel, and what I wanted to say as a more political, for example, or more as our society, what is happening right now, everything that is like right now, because I think it's very important to use the art as a tool to say things. It can make give a little change, or it can make a little thought in someone, and that will be for me a success play or character, when the people remember, or when the people say, oh, you make me thought about this, oh, I couldn't stop thinking about this other thing. And that when people say that, for me it's like, ah, yes, I did the work. So yeah.
Wow, there's so much there. What I'm hearing a lot is that you try to make the play, even if someone else directed it, your own. And you also not only transfer your emotions from your own experience in life with your family and with from different countries, but you also try to understand even the character themselves, how is their journey. And you also try to understand the context that you're living in and make a change there. So let's move towards that sort of conversation about change making through the arts. And can you tell me about a time when you were really upset about a problem and you used your skills to raise awareness of the issue or to support the solution?
This is a great question for me, because it happened, well, kind of like a year ago, and it was with a specific subject. I was back in Chile with my family, and I started to read about violence of women, people killing women in different countries. And it was like January 3rd or 4th, and I read that it was already 5 women killed in Chile. And then I started to read more about other countries, and I saw that, oh my goodness, it's just the first days of the year, and already many women killed. This cannot happen. This is and it hurts me so much, not just because I'm a woman, it's because I'm human, and I think that shouldn't happen. And I felt so bad, so like I cry, and my skin was like feeling like bumps, and I say, no, I have to say something. And well, I'm not a politician, or I don't know, someone who can just say something in, I don't know, an internet, or I don't know, go to a lawyer. So I just decide to write a play about this woman, and study more about what this is happening, how, where, the years, the percent. And I talked to other friends. I talked also my partner from the company, and yeah, everyone else was saying, yes, this is so terrible, and we have to do something. So I decided to write this play, Dream of Azul, Remember Me, which is an adaptation of a piece of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, from a book, a very short book called Ojos de Perro Azul. And this book is not exactly, it talks about this, it doesn't. It talks about a love story, but I decided to use that love story and adaptate about talking about all this violence image I had for women that have been killed. So I call actress and musicians. All I did from Chile, so I was like in vacation but working at the same time. I kind of like, as an artist, I kind of like never stop working because I think that every single step I do in my life, in my day, it gives me strength, and it gives me ideas for my job. It's like kind of like living in the art. And so I immediately call actress and I say, look, this is happening. I wanted to talk about this. As soon as I get to DC, I wanted to put this play up, and let's do it. I start to create songs, music, and I start to talk with the musicians, with the actress. And so we were pretty much kind of ready, but also I left empty spaces for them to put their ideas and the peace, because I believe that this is from all of us, and it was a healing time too. And so I have, for example, a poem that one of the actors showed me, and I thought it was a great idea, so I put it. I have some also some music, some drums. One of the musicians told me, oh, we can use it, and it was like, yes, perfect. So it was a mix of ideas, and I put it all together with what I had wrote in Chile and study, and we did it, and we did the play, and now we are doing it in different places. Well, we were doing it in different places, and everyone, when they saw it, they really, it was just very good space for them to heal. And then it comes back to the other question before. Yeah, people was, was finally, some of them say, I'm finally crying for my feelings. Other actors even, she say, I never told you, but this story I told you, it was from my mom, stuff like that, that is very important. And they wanted to be here to hear, and they wanted to have voice. So we always do a talk back after the play too, and it's very beautiful moment. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do with all the plays, even if they are for kids. It can be a simple story, but always I'm going to put something that is making me feel pain, and I think there's something that we should talk somehow. I will put it right there in my writings, or in my acting, or in my singing, or in whatever it is, or my movements, which I use a lot.
It's really touching. I mean, casi se me sale una lágrima, it's really heartfelt because first, what a beautiful way to create social change by helping other people even process their own feelings about these big issues like violence against women, and to remind society that women are not disposable. We are human and we deserve to live, and we deserve to be treated with respect and with love. And so thank you for that, for being a light in this world with so much pain. And also the idea that before we get to healing, before we get to a resolution, it's important to process those emotions. And what better way to do it with acting about it, with thinking about it, and getting a sort of story in group and community, and also that wonderful collaborative spirit that you have, that I hear you have, by letting the actresses and musicians also bring in their own skills and their own ideas to the play. There's just so much we could learn from all of the things you said.
Thank you.
So going a little bit into a different topic, which is more personal to you, is wondering how your own culture has influenced your work.
Yes. Oh, that's a very big question, and it's something that is always so like on top of all my art and my thoughts. Even I'm here now living in Washington, D.C. I'm always very connected with Chile. My actors, friends, and company, the first one is over there in Chile, and we have a group. We talk what we're doing, and yes, I definitely, I've been doing stuff, I definitely talk about justice, about helping our indigenous people, which I have here, the flag of the Mapuche flag. And also my family, one side, which I have my last name, Chacana, comes from Aymaras. And so it's a very important topic to me to bring it, and adapted. I adapted so it can be understandable, because of course it's another society, there is another culture, it's another way, totally different to see things and to react. But I like to work helping them, and not just them. As a Latin American person, I also like to talk about other subjects, like for example, Colombian subjects, which are very important, because there is also a lot to work with our Salvadorian people too. So yeah, but bring it more, thinking more about my country, definitely. We used to work a lot with a lot of political place, we can say there, because it's difficult to express yourself in countries like mine, because you cannot just do the impact like walking in the street or being in front of the White House, um, saying your thought open, so open as here is being. There is more delicate and more in very dangerous, no more like very dangerous. So there is there you have to find other spaces to say what you want to say, or to try to make changes that are important in our society. So it's another way to see the things, and it's definitely the theater is a lot more political than here. Um, yes, it's not just like a so like a really big show with lights, or it's more about talking about serious stuff and bring it like in front of you, uh, so people can react. So yeah, it's I will say, I don't know if it's the right word, but it's a little bit more aggressive, more direct than here, how things work here. It's just different.
Thank you for that. And we definitely see a rise in artistic endeavors when there are political issues in a country. And it's a great reminder that to never give up on fighting for freedom of speech and for, putting our thoughts into the world, even if the situation politically doesn't allow. A great reminder that performance arts is one way to still speak your truth to power. Moving to a very different kind of questions about your home country, Chile, which is what's your earliest memory of art in your home country? And what is the art scene like there? You could briefly discuss.
Yes, well, the last play I did there 13 years ago, it was Santa Juana de los Mataderos from Bertolt Brecht, which is very political play too. Yes, we work very hard on that play, and we really adapted to Chile, because it's a play from very far away. So we adapted to Chile, and pretty much, as I say before, usually theater and an artistic basis in Chile are very political and very specific to help the society to change. And well, what we do, we use a lot, talking about more about the language, we use a lot of post-dramatic art or postmodern art. It's a very vanguardist language over there, because we have a lot of people who was exiled from Chile to Europe, on the 70s, and then they came back to Chile with a lot of new visions of art, and they came back with all the postmodern or post-dramatic language. So that's pretty much what is happening there right now. And it's, I mean, it's been actually 13 years, but I'm still, as I said, in connection with my partners from the company they have. And yes, we try to work. I say we because I feel very connected with them, and but we try to work and support some artists that now they have been fighting all their lives for human rights, for example, with their songs, so, or with their dance, or so we kind of like are doing plays the talk about them, and talk about how they weren't respect at the time, and now they are our heroes.
Beautiful, beautiful note to end on is before we can heal ourselves, we need some basic human rights. And what a beautiful way to fight for our rights than through performances and through music and through the arts. On that note, unless Karen, you have any final thoughts, we're gonna wrap up.
Okay, thank you. Well, I just would like to say that something that I've been learning during the years when I was younger, like 10 years ago, I always thought that I have the I have the right, you know, the right word, the right answer. And by the years, I've been learning this, which is very important for me now, that it's very good to talk, but also, and be listened, but also at the same time, listen others and hear what they have to say and work with that. And it's just kind of like a little thing, a little note to inspire other people to really try to learn, even from a kid, to try to listen to them, which I believe they are the more knowledge from inside, because all what they do is without all the fears that we have as adults. So they have a clean mind, and really they give us very good lessons, and also our old people. So for me, the society, the most important are to listen to them and talk to them, of course, but also listen. So yes, just that want to say. And I will continue doing art all my life and helping others with my art.
Wonderful to hear. Thank you for that gift of listening. We definitely would have a more healed world if we can all listen to one another in a better way. So with that, I thank you, Karen, for being here. I also thank our audience for watching. Please remember to follow Karen's Facebook page of Teatro La Bolsa and check out some of the recent plays she's have there, like Colombia and Tres Colores, and also check out all of her other work. Links are attached here on the exhibit site.
Yes, and yeah, and it's coming soon. Another one, Colombia Tres Colores, is happening right now, and we will have it again soon. It's on Facebook, but we also are gonna do another one. It's for kids, but also for all the family. The name is La Gallina y la Arepa de Maíz, and it's a very fun play, and it's gonna be also virtually, of course, because that's what we are doing right now, virtual art. We call it virtual bag.
Wonderful. That's very exciting. I'll make sure to watch with my mom, and I hope audience watches this with their loved ones. Have a beautiful healing journey, everyone, and make sure to stay connected.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.